Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sadia Khan was recently attacked by a bunch of guys, red pill guys mostly, on the internet. And she is launching a defamation claim against them. The guys have hit back really hard for many reasons, because I guess she failed to produce her qualifications and her claims. I'm not going to attack her. I'm not going to, basically, what I want to focus on today is to explain to people why female counselors, female psychologists are just not meant to be that. Now, of course, Abdinu Nasiha, and yes, some women can give Nasiha and all that, no doubt. But she branded herself as a male psychologist almost. Like, she really appealed to men. It was a genius move from a marketing perspective. Here you have this woman who looks pretty, has got all the makeup on, the filters and whatnot. She's got the cool, British accent, and supposedly qualified, and she speaks for men. Oh yeah, it's women's fault if men cheat. It's women's fault if men do this. It's women's fault and when men do that. It's women's fault if, and people are like, but you do that, brother. No, I don't. If you listen to my stuff, that's not what I'm talking about. But of course, people don't really listen. They listen 10 seconds, they get angry, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But for her, she marketed herself like that. Men are this, and or to be a high value woman, you have to be that. So a lot of the guys are like, yeah, wow, wow, oh, this pretty girl is talking for us, man. Finally, wow, a woman. So now we can show our women, like, look what this woman's saying, right? So come on, get with it. Now that was a genius move, right? So I'm not gonna get into the whole. There's accusations of zina for her, that she cheated and this and that. May Allah protect. Islamically, we don't do these things. Okay, even for the guys who are Muslims and jumping on it, may Allah protect. Okay, as a Muslim, no matter what, you do not make a zina accusation. The only time the Sharia does it if 4 witnesses have seen the act. Sadly, with these red pill fakers and these quasi men, these pseudo so-called alpha that they think this red pill men, they all try to be cool and always swearing and always just talking. Every woman is a B, every woman is a this, a C, a blah blah blah. That's all they can talk. There's nothing else. They plagiarize their information from psychologists and sociologists, and then they package it and then they're obviously going to try to come at you with some sort of a deal, right? That you should do this and that, and they have the right way, and this is the only way. Anyway, as Muslims, we don't know. So I'm not going to focus on all the accusations of zina. It seems that they took some audio and whatever, she said something. All these things you can fake, first of all. And second of all, they are not evidence for her ever doing that. From what I understand, she's married, and may Allah and He guide her, inshallah, to and protect her to, stay away from what she'd be like. She shouldn't be there anyway. I don't know why her husband allowed her to be there in the first place, talking to men, charging £600 or something for 50 minutes to do video and 300 to do audio call only. That's a crazy price. Plus, I don't know, about $6,000 for a course. MashaAllah. Allahumma barik. Bottom line is, what I want to say, and by the way, again, I'm just going to share with you guys a little. I think this is where the guys kind of went overboard, and it's not good actually what they've done. They've kind of just they made fun of her, and they're actually causing problems for her for where she lives. Okay, they're causing problems for her because they're going to the authorities and saying, like, is she really qualified to do this and that and what she claims? But she should wear hijab. She doesn't. Obviously the makeup, the filters, and all that. It's just it's crazy the way she does it. But then again, what do you expect? So very fake. A lot of fakeness to her in terms of the appearance, calling to women to be natural and to be in their feminine way. Obviously she's totally lost now her credibility. But what do you expect though? When a woman is full on makeup, full on filters. You can see also that there's been some surgical procedures done and so on. Not to mention that she's doing tabarruj online. All these guys are just lusting over her. I don't know where her husband is. May Allah guide him and help him and support him in this difficult time. Um, I don't know if she's even gonna stay married. May Allah protect Yani. But bottom line is, why do women put themselves in this position? Even if you have qualifications, I don't know. She's saying that she's this and she's that. That's fine. Even these guys are trying to go after her because she's not showing her degrees. Like, these guys are dumb too, right? Whether she has qualifications or not, whether she has a license or not, whether she has, that's not the point. With the filters and the liposuction and the body contouring and the fake makeup and all that. Yet the problem is that you got a woman who's sitting there, kind of fake in a sense, just in the appearance, the mask that I was talking about, and telling women to be themselves, to be real, telling women to be high value women, appealing to men in a very great way when it comes to, from a marketing perspective. Again, I have to give it to her. She's a genius, but maybe she's not the one who came up with this marketing. But women are just not cut for this role. A mother, a wife, a woman has experience in marriage can definitely give sisters nasiha and talk and explain, but she wouldn't basically monetize herself in this sense, the way she's been doing it, but in a full contradictory way, by the way. In a full contradictory way. You don't live what you talk about. You don't walk the talk. And it's so evident just by looking at her online. And how many of such women have appeared? Muslima divorce coach. I'll teach you how to love yourself coach. I don't know what that means, but it sounds weird. Self-love, self-care, self-this, acceptance. We don't need a man Muslima coach. Women empowerment Muslima coach. Crypto Muslima coach. All these Muslima coaches are following these girls online who, well, women are kind of like, I see something, I want to do it. Sounds cool. It feels cool, actually. Sounds cool, feels cool. Let me do it. Guys were a little bit different. We're more calculated, right? We're more, we come from a different perspective. In general, there's obviously exceptions of weird guys as well. But I feel bad because she's a Muslim, I guess. She's a Muslim, and she supports Palestine, and some of the things that she says, no doubt, make sense, and there's definitely value to them. I'm not going to take away from these things, but you have to understand, people are going to wait for you to make one mistake. But when you are a mistake in itself, right there online, openly doing, not having to be there, all you sisters, I'm telling you, just don't, man. Just don't let this work be to the men. Now, you can advise the sisters, no doubt. Some women need to speak to women. They cannot speak to a man, okay, in certain cases. Even though, yes, Sahabiyat came and spoke to the Prophet about very, very sensitive issues. But some women just won't do it. You can't force them. So women have to be there. They have to, but you need those those nurturing women, those bigger sisters who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who don't expose themselves all over, who don't curate every post for some sort of seduction, who don't monetize every emotion and every personal basically experience to make money and to get people's attention and so on. And yeah, she blew up, but in the end of the day, I mean, she's new. She's not been around for that long. In the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yani, will expose someone. And I'm telling the sisters who love to be all over the internet, they love that attention. They love to be everywhere. It's not your spot. It's not your place. What value do you bring just because of you doing some modest dress or some modest blah, 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 or whatever? Don't. Just stay in your places, get married, have children, find value in that. Don't let the world tell you that there's no value in that. There's so much value in that. Stay off this thing. Get this makeup, this weird hijabi styles and all that in the name of modesty. Modest clothing, modest fashion. What is this? What is modest? How about Sharia compliant? How about correct things? So stay away. That's why I keep saying to women and to men. I mean, the worst thing is that men were going to her. She was really catering to men. I can understand with women a little bit if she could have made some adjustments. Okay. Still, I don't agree with it. But what about why? What are you gonna do as a man to go to her and get knowledge from her and get no, bro? She's just knows how to manipulate it. So brothers, be careful. Okay, sisters, don't follow this kind of examples. Follow the examples of Maryam alayhi salam and Asya. These are the two women that are mentioned in the Quran as examples, and study their lives. Strive to be like them, not like these loving, self healing, whatever, planet aligning Muslimah coaches. Please trust me. I know you hate it. I know you don't like to hear it. But just look at the evidence. Look at how, in the end of the day, all these things get pushed back. There's sisters who are lying about their lives just to sell some courses. There's sisters who are lying about their marital status just to sell some courses. There's sisters who are lying just to make themselves like victims. And I'm then, but come on now, sell your course on how you can be broke as me and divorced and unhappy like me and a single mother. Okay, you can be like me. Come, I'll give you a course on how to be a failed woman. Come on, don't do that. May Allah protect. Assalamu alaikum. Let me know what you think, by the way, in the comments.